Duckwrth is an artist from Spotify. At least that's where I discovered him. I know he doesn't like reside in Spotify or anything. I found him there after listening to a couple radios, and I found his song Michael, particularly out of his Extra Ugly mixtape, to be really compelling, really magnetic, full of fun and energy. Almost forgot to mention, he also featured on the Spider-Verse album, Let's Start a Riot. Another awesome, excitable song that I loved that was on that album. So just wanted to mention that. I'm sorry I forgot. I was excited initially to see what song he might bring out or what project might come out from him in the future, and sure enough, I was definitely rewarded once I heard Unstatus Quo. Oh my goodness. This song has it all in terms of funk, soul, energy. There's epicosity here too. Epicosity. It's a mix, and it doesn't just go, hey, we're excited funk, but it charges it up. There's the narrative of the name, Unstatus Quo, and the narrative that it follows is essentially Duckwrth is telling someone, hey, I can see that you really want to get into this. Go for it. He's kind of trying to push people into that instead of essentially following a status quo, which is typically hold back, try to be cool, don't really, stand out. And here Duckwrth is like pushing people to do that. In terms of where he's talking about, it's more of a party, but you can take it and kind of like expand that idea further. That's why it's called Unstatus Quo. You don't have to leave it within the realms of one thing. The cool line that he says is like, there's no wallflowers growing here, and I was like, yo, like it hypes you up, and the way that he is so excited and really into it, you can feel his passion in this song, and I really enjoy it to the degree that I was like initially describing it as if you took an alarm clock and you made it exciting, because this song will really like make your blood boil and make you wake up. One of the cooler things I enjoy about the experience of the song is that it's 2 minutes 57 seconds. He managed to pack this into 2 minutes 57 seconds, but every time it's finished so far, every time that I've listened to it, I still do not believe that. It feels like it's 5 minutes in a good way. It's sort of like when you have a fun time with someone and you're like, time flies. This is where time is flying on some freaking Mach speed jet plane out of the freaking country type speed. It is so crazy how the way that this song is constructed to really have that exciting factor, and yet when it ends, you're just kind of like, wait, I'm not done. This one demands to be repeated. Not only the way that the saxophone is slyly but excitedly playing, and the way that Duckwrth's voice gets louder and louder, and it just kind of like, again, that hype, that energy, it really is super infectious here, and it kind of just wakes you up. The other parts of the song that I really liked, not only was the saxophone, not only his voice, but the get down, the hook. The hook is super infectious. You get lost in the get down, and it does sound like he sampled a song that I just cannot remember right now, but I feel like he sampled a really classic song of like Get Down, but I can't, it's not Get Down on it, but other than that, this song is just so full of life and just excitability, and the way that it's structured allows it to kind of deviate a little bit from typical funk, because typical funk kind of is just only fun. It doesn't necessarily have this bass behind it. The bass guitar that I heard in the initial part was like cool, and then the bass beat at the same time, it's just like it sort of lends itself to that energy by getting you ready for that hook when it comes, because he's like, where's the hook? And it just hits, and it's just, yo, this song is awesome. I love this entire thing, and really it just makes me excited for the next project that he's gonna drop, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for whenever he drops an album. I'm definitely gonna go listen to Extra Ugly mixtape, because I did myself a disservice by not doing that. But overall, this song, Unstatus Quo, really makes me excited to see what Duckwrth is gonna drop. I hope that this single is only a prelude to an album that has the same type of experience with the unique and creative way that Duckwrth approaches his music. I just love him as an artist, and I'm so glad that I actually discovered him. And if you haven't listened to him, I think this song is a perfect gateway. And if not this song, definitely go listen to his mixtape, which is what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna go back to this song and listen to it about 90 freaking times, because it's epic, but it's funky, but it's soulful. It has all these elements that come together perfectly. The way, like I said, the way he structures the songs, the way they sound, the way he has his voice kind of like slipping in and out, not in the main track where he's like, get down, like he has that energy, but sort of in the background where he's like kind of egging himself on in certain like ways. He's like, yeah, you gotta get this, yeah, like these little ad-libs. It's wonderful. I love this song, and I still can't believe it's 2 minutes 57 seconds. I am about to listen to the song probably approximately way too many times. However, it's okay because we are not a part of the status quo here. Even though technically that is a part of status quo, but we're not gonna get into that. Just go. This song is amazing. I love it. I cannot wait for whatever he drops next. Oh my freaking gosh. Garlosh. Well, this guy says, sometimes breaking the status quo just means changing up your breakfast maybe. Instead of breakfast with cereal, friggin' have a goddarn burger. We all cool with burgers here, right? Right? I would hope so, because I totally didn't eat that for breakfast this morning. I totally didn't eat that for breakfast this morning. Break the status quo as you will. You are unique in your own chaotic ways. Ah, 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 ah.